It's been 1 year since I have done a proper Indian full coverage festive glam makeup. A year is way too long, so let's see how we can go from this to this. Today's Douyin inspo is from these beauties I saw on Pinterest a month back. I happened to receive 3 samples from Nykaa, a primer from Smashbox and 2 MAC foundations, so let's try that out. So we always say cult favorite this, cult favorite that, but if a cult favorite had an ambassador, it would be this primer. Loved and adored globally, sold out and restocked many times. This stuff is so famous that if you search Smashbox on Google, the second search suggestion is this primer. This is the OG Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Foundation Primer, a silicone based primer formula, and apparently it's made to smooth skin and blur flaws. Okay, so it's mid for me. It just felt like any other silicone based primer to me. I didn't notice a huge difference in the appearance of my pores. Plus it's not dry skin friendly. If you have oily skin, I think this is mainly for you people. People always ask me about my MAC shade in the comments a lot. I don't own any MAC products. When I received these 2 samples, a girl was excited to say the least. I immediately swatched it. I have 2 shades, NC43 and NC44. NC43 is very light for me and NC44 is close to my skin tone, but then again I have to blend NC44 to even see that. These looked very yellow on my skin tone. My skin is neutral to warm olive. I thought NC meant cool undertones, but then NC43 and NC44 have very heavy golden yellow undertones. So obviously these look very yellow on my skin tone, so I maybe NC45, I don't know. Talking about the perfect match, nothing can hold a candle to my favorite non-drying concealer, Milani Conceal Plus Perfect Longwear Concealer in Warm Tan. It has that perfect warm olive undertone and the way it blends into my skin. This is what I want with these MAC foundations, but the golden undertones threw me off. Normally we do 2 types of Diwali makeup. The first one is for the gram, it's for the reels, it's for the stories. If you want a good coverage foundation with that HD finish that makes you look flawless for these festive photos, try the Insight HD foundation. My shade is MN30 and this is my exact skin tone match. This formula oxidizes to a shade darker, so you can try a shade lighter if you don't like your foundations to oxidize. It says it's a full coverage foundation, and it is a full coverage foundation. Feels and looks absolutely lightweight. It definitely has an HD finish. Whenever I wear this, the photos look amazing. The finish of this foundation is natural, neither dewy nor drying matte. So dry skin people don't have to set it with powder for like a matte finish. We have a new visitor today. I get skin reactions all the time but never an acne. Say hi to my new acne, guys. He came and he's just sitting comfortably on my nose. Out of all the places, why did I get an acne on my nose? I want to update you on the Prosh Beauty Microfiber Velvet Sponge. The first time I tried it, I didn't like it. Now this is like my 7th or 8th time using it. I said it felt brittle and hard on my skin. The more I used it, the better it got. I can actually feel the velvet in the velvet sponge, and now it's very soft, but the dampness in the sponge goes away within 2 minutes. So most of the time it feels like I'm using a dry sponge. That I don't know how to feel about it. Every time I use Mars Blossom liquid concealer, I forget it's a medium to full coverage. Can you tell this is like the last shade? And for me, this is like many times lighter. If you have fair skin tone, you should definitely try this. It does crease a lot. On the other hand, I just love how easily it blends into my skin. I already have bronzy skin, like literally could not care to add bronzer and all. So I'm settling on to using blush and contour. Blush from Just Herbs. I got this as a free while I got some perfume samples from Smitten, and for contour it's my holy grail contour stick from K Beauty. I think this is my first time trying Just Herbs as a brand. This is your typical lip and cheek tint, and my shade is 03 pale pink. Pale pink is a muted, cool-toned magenta pink color. Absolutely do not see myself using it on my lips, so I thought I would try it on my cheeks as a blush. Today we are gonna do Douyin blush with an ultra fluffy brush from BH Cosmetics. I applied it on the outer corners of my eyes and swept the color across the under eye area, giving it like a C shape. This is gonna be a base for the eyeshadow. I want the eyeshadow to look like color is oozing from the eyes towards the cheeks. Just Herb's tint blended well, and it's not drying at all unlike the 𝘍𝘈𝘊𝘌. I'm gonna go heavy on the brows. Today is fusion makeup, Douyin and Indian. So I picked Unleashia brow pencil that has like a dark gray tone and filled my eyebrows. The Unleashia eyebrow pencil is a micro precision eyebrow pencil with the most tiniest tip that is never seen before. I made an entire video on that brand, you can check that out. So here I wore orange yellow lehenga, but I'm not gonna wear orange eye makeup. Yellow and orange don't seem to they don't seem like wearable colors for my skin tone. I thought I would go with pink since pink is already a festive color, and maybe add gold as an accent on my eyes. I have always wanted to try the Swiss Beauty eyeshadow palette for so long. It's affordable, seemed decently pigmented, and had good reviews. I got the variant 02. This is my first time trying Swiss Beauty Ultimate Eyeshadow Palette, and let me tell you, these are way better than Mass Cosmetics eyeshadow. The cheaper palettes from Mass Cosmetics, this is better than those. I'm gonna use these three colors from the palette: a bright hot pink, a shimmery coral orange, and a muted mauve. First, I applied the muted mauve all over my lids with the BH Cosmetics eyeshadow brush. This is how it looks. Generally, I don't prefer cut creases. I like the colors to flow and blend into different tones. So this eye makeup is not only low effort, we need zero talent, aka we are just picking up colors and placing it on the eyes. Step 2 is applying that shimmery coral orange in the center of my lids. This will act like a pop of color. Notice how the coral orange doesn't call for your attention. If you want a very bright pop of color, then you can pretty much try the good old cut crease technique. That way these types of colors look prominent. For the outer corners, I used the hot pink shade and slowly brought it towards the cheeks. So the pink eyeshadow is merging with the pink blush. Once I place all these colors, I always go back and forth with all the three shades. Add, subtract, and intensify the saturation till I'm satisfied. The hot pink shade, mauve, and the coral orange, these colors went really well with my outfit, but I craved more shimmer, so I took this pink champagne shimmer from the same palette and I placed it only on the inner half of my lids, so you can only see this champagne shimmer when I move my face side to side. To add that gold accent from the blouse, I used a metallic gold glitter eyeliner from this brand I saw on Purple. It's called Ronzille. They have so many cheap metallic glitter eyeliners. The wand is so tiny and I was able to create a short graphic liner on the inner corners of my eyes. This eyeliner is very pigmented and the finish is very reflective. If there is one product that is so underrated, it has to be the blue eyeliner from indie brand Joon Beauty. The blue looks potent and it's giving paint. It looks like I'm using actual paint as my eyeliner. I do have two other colors from Joon Beauty eyeliners, pink and black, but again and again, blue is my favorite. This one is very long lasting. In this photo, it seems like there's glitter eyeliner on top of the blue liner. That's what I did. I drew a small dainty glitter wing on top of the blue eyeliner. What is Douyin and Indian makeup without glitter? I'm adding chunky glitters from Unleashia. This is the Get Loose Glitter Gel in Diamond Stealer. I'm just so mad because the camera didn't do any justice to this eye makeup. I can see all the colors, specks of glitters floating on my eyes and the insane reflection you get from metallic graphic liner. Every time I blink or move my eyes or my face, you can see light reflecting from my eyelids, the orange glitter shadow and the chunky glitters look like Diwali crackers on my eyes. Get Loose gel is easy to apply. Fingers as well as any brush would do the job. I layered a pink eyeshadow from the Swiss Beauty palette on top of that cream blush. It's almost like the pink color is, flooding my cheeks from the eyes. I didn't want to interrupt the blue eyeliner, so ever so slightly I lined the upper lash line with a brown eyeliner from Peripera. You're not ready for this. I found this Douyin style lashes for 100 rupees from Purple. This is 𝘍𝘈𝘊𝘌 I Love False Lash in the variant 03 Always Dramatic. Doesn't it look exactly like Douyin lashes? So what are my thoughts? The band of the lash is very thick. It was very difficult to apply. Thick bands weigh on your eyes. That is just a fact, and these did weigh on my eyes. Not the best lash set I own, but it's not the worst either, just plain mid. Lately, I've been loving the Swiss Beauty Duo Mascara, especially the lengthening side. It has a long, narrow wand, so applying it on my lower lashes has never been this easy. I applied brown shadow from the Swiss Beauty palette on my lash line. Indian makeup is incomplete without a black kajal, but I didn't want to lose the Douyin touch, so adding brown seemed like the perfect option. This is brown kajal from Sugar Pop. I finished the eye makeup by highlighting the inner corners using Unleashia Pretty Easy Glitter Stick, inner corners and center of my eye bag. Setting the base with Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder. Something that seemed common in Douyin and Indian makeup is heavy duty highlighter. I'm using Sugar Play B Boujee powder blush in 02 Leng. It says blush, but no, this is a rose gold highlighter. This highlighter is not your finely milled skin-like highlighter. It's on the chunkier side. So, appropriate for Douyin and Indian makeup. This is the part I was so excited about, the lips. It's gonna be a tint as usual. I was contemplating matte versus glossy lips. Knowing me, glossy lips seemed appropriate. I did try nude colors, but it felt incomplete. So I picked a Mars Lip Mist in 06 Wavy as a base color. Wavy is a bright strawberry pink color, matched my eye makeup perfectly, and for the gloss I went with Romand Lasting Water Gloss in 01 Snow Crush. It's a clear lip gloss with very minute shimmers in the formula. Romand is a K-beauty brand that is so trending these days. It's the ultimate it girl makeup brand right now. I made an in-depth video on Romand tints, from the velvet matte tints to their juicy and glasting line. You can check that out if you want. This is the finished look. The eye makeup is my favorite. The lip combo complemented my outfit beautifully. I kept my hair natural, and this is how it looks with a dainty bindi. If you think this makeup is too much, too full coverage and doesn't represent our beautiful culture at all, don't worry bestie, I will come back with a no foundation, minimal glam festive look. If you like this video, give me a like and subscribe. I'll see you later. Bye guys!